menchirima enti be wa famudie na me so maye ma famudie de ye suku hu nsem de ya pomodin hu nsem sikasem ne ya manchekere hu nsem nyina aha ane ya kanu so adu anopa bosuo dwumadie e ba besom wo adwada de kosi fiada se Ghana be ye ya ne na me no wie no so na se ye po bi e wa kokuduro ensin so man se na wa hiram onsuro akon no ka no kore a e wo so mfofifi ankoma e ba fo da ti na se budie amono mo tena se wo ti ame fita no pa no sia de kosi no wo be dwedwamu na fo ma pese anopa bosuo the number one ya chipe bia
ja bomne ya jiba bia dia ene ya twatena akwakopiemo ewo NPP akache Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu BAWUMIA yena Ghana ha yena yenim se no ye kane mampani abedi echire ewo NPP amayokomu wo pani wo siakan wo gina kono ne se wo be ya wo be him fanka no ede ama NPP amayoko we no ena opani ebo ne ntoa ena ode akopem ewo eye TANO north abeto mpesua so ena wo kasa se wo no dia woni mo pa chirase woni mo pa se abeya no ma betu eye prime minister no ma bekoi wonu de obenya FLAGBEARSHIP ni say bam eni so beda class se Kharis no eni beda hopa into wonu de owagide pa se delegate no mo penasem Ghana force so penasem na empokura no eye 2023 ya wo hyase eye de nyomegu akwan mum ehwe se eye abato grounds no eni obi kan grounds no ebe kosem o sania wo mu na je no fel so no saran so no wagidie se eye 90% pa de wo benya ekura amana broso o de sanse mu na tudwa wabra wo bo ne nto ewo ahafo region ewo TANO north eno ono ka se so ono no onya 83 kura na 81 kwa nya no wa efise wo no de 90 na ne da efise wo no wa hwemu ahwa ahunu se enuoma wo no ma wa endose no nananom empenimfo obi bia wa endoso ne bia no ne sama wo kan ne se akwapa no fa go kogina okona no ne yatai wachi it wa no de 90% de onu obia momohye wonim se ye ne dia pepepe sei ene wo kire ni nsemu
meni agipa me baton TANO nofa mabafie efie enefie me pesa me da munyina se 2023 mojina mechipa 84% nyamishira monyina medamu ase pese me kaitwa wose sede mojina mochino 2026 January 31st munkono sana mumpeja na yankudu 90% monyina munimse minimo na ye ko presidency no mikodu ha musuma konia ewo ho enti yenyina na ebedi presidency no kukurudu
eni na kukurudu a yeda so na eni awuti ye na de a woni wudi wani hweye eye Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu BAWUMIA kane no no ye empame mampani abedi echire ewo NPP amayokom na eja so a ejina NPP akachede a eye wowura Kennedy AGYAPONG akompreko a wono no wo ye kane mrache bedwani de ma asene fosu mansine no ha bato mpaso ana opani wakasa se wono de eye FLAGBEARSHIP no ono mo ekodo hu bia nya ne hu won suro hu te o suro he amanfo toto ayampia de ma no na Kennedy na wanum kasa nya de na kanu toto ayampia na wanum kasa na say na osori say oso ono de afa ne hu dia wo kan kora no na ehye ne den nti wono de obroni be ka se unperturbed ne chese wono no bibia ni wono no ya ebe ka no enka ni coat na ka ne shirt enka ni kra ne kra rewo bibia de na kwan so efise wono akona wo kono akansie na wo kono ehye ne tirim ehye na adwene mu se wo kɔ adi nkunimdie aba enti amanfo ansam o mo keka wone ho na Kennedy na wo ti se yo na Kennedy na wonum kasa nya de na osori adidi atam no do na wo mu pani mu abofra na party panifo no kura wo mu wo so wo no de ye wo be kan den wo no emfa no ho ono so ne nsem a odi tu dwane
panifo se untime nkontopa na ato akeka se de akeka ba di mniama ye maye te se aboa okode eagle ena adoma bi your friend Raven osi okode na chia na ososo no okode no ne nsa ba ku sei ne wings no 7 feet wo betimi dia bo Raven no na nka wa free so enso no wodi me nya oye onka ne hwe na wokosro a ubonza Raven na wo soso eagle no ontumi enhome na ono ankasa efri esoro abahwefo ti sese sound my to say eagle no atembidi aye di mi nyina no mente ho de no ase mi tu fa ti munye ni Canada Japan enye basa and I assure you I'll be a fine president. I will develop the law.
And now was who a fine president obe develop a year woman opening ya tin K a year Kennedy akompre kon AGYAPONG wono ene ye kane mbrase bedwani a wo asemfo su embato empesua so wono susu a eye ejina kono a wono susu esi akan sebe ya obehim franka e de ama NPP amanyaku enum ye twa ye guswa ye twa ensam no so de ani ye mpiem a ni ye free MPP kakra ne nkopie eye minority eye edom kuma won mo emrase bedwam e kasa se bra so se Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama ene na pamfo bibibia wo be bia titiro police ahodo enhyehyɛ ya wo de yaba efa na adwuma ho efa ne sikasem ho no bomode ya se obema mu ada ho fine broni be kan se transparency efise kamia nsama wo kan ya no asa chiachia bisa asa nukure bi nim sa asa wo ba be ye yemi yan hwe na ono sama na wo mo abanwa so no wo mo campaign mre no wo mo the free SHS edie yi mo pa ka se wo mo ba betina abanwa mu a wo mehwe na school ni bia school free wo no mo de elsia eyoyo ezikasem nyina ko yie enti no bra so se Ghana mampeni wo so no wo de wasem ebeto ndwa wo de wadwuma pa ebeto ndwa na Ghana fo anya gidie ewo mu openi a wo de sansem we na eto ndwa eye KOJO upon NKRUMAH wonom eye mrase bedwani a wo OFOASE AYIREBI wono susu eye ranking member edema eye economy and development committee eno no wono apaw wo mrase bedwafi en wo kasa se papai ono KOJO upon NKRUMAH kasa se Ghana mampeni ensemi wo ha wo kan ya besinde ya shada huniti hune nan ebini nkokwa nketengeti aso ya beba na 24-hour economy na wan wo flagship programs no titiri wani swade hunu ni enti a Ghana for hwe so eto abade ma wo no enye na wo ye ni ya kan ye na wo ye enti no ma bibia ende mukroje say na KOJO upon ekire ni nsi
economic policy and then the specific programs that the government wants to run. The big economic policy that is submitted just mentions these programs, that will do a 1 million coders program aimed at training 1 million people for digital skills. People will say here, a figure is put by it. The minister will show up at committee level to defend his whole budget is approved. It doesn't mean that the program document has been brought to Parliament or has even been published. So as at now, you have 11 programs and initiatives that this government has launched on various platforms, and ministers have been giving hundreds of millions of Ghana cedis ostensibly to go and execute them. I can take you through the list. 1 million coders program, the 24-hour economy program, the jobs export program, the Jumeirah program, the national apprenticeship program, the Tree for Life program. Many people don't even know about it. The Accra Reset program, the president launched it at the UN. The One Child, One Tree initiative. Then quite recently, they've launched the Ghana Infrastructure Plan, the free tertiary for persons with disabilities, and then the No Free Stress program. These are about 11 programs government has launched. And our argument is that not one of them has had the program document that tells you, so what is the target, what is the selection criteria, what is the results framework, what are the key performance indicators, so that you can exercise oversight. Even if not just by us members of parliament, you the media, you know the details. Do civil society members know the details? Does the general public know? how does even an ordinary person know and access? So it's important that the program documents are properly laid before Parliament so that the work of oversight can start. My intelligence suggests that it's even been discussed at Cabinet, and the President has instructed that the Minister should bring the program documents to Parliament. So I think it's important. We don't need to run away.
KOJO OPPONG NKRUMAH mrashe bedweni edema ewo OFOASE AYIREBI ewo asante mantemu ono na odena no dinsem etudwa ye twansam no so ane ye kwa kopie mu ewo ye homasuamu Osuafo a woda ye umasuafo ensem so ora Haruna Idrisu akasa se eye etire twetwa chese ye kan tire twetwa yen se wuti susu ane agotwa fifi so hon da bi na emom se obeyi wutiri hwi titiru ema no wo kwa asuapo mu kwa ntoaso suku SSS na obi wo no ma ene wabonitia dia kwa school wa primary mu num nyina wakwa wabonitia no wa fefefe afedi obeko SSS awose ai okotwa diti ene de nansen kasa bi aba ene school fu wo no mo ha wo madwen ene sesi ane umutwa umuti ene sesi papa se yebe etire wini ni yebe chada every says see ya mo ye ma ye ntwati enche kura na mo kwa akobisa se ye pempabo aka ho ene mo be request specific shoes empabo se ye pempabo we pempabo we o se be ya eye sukuufo no wo mbenya adwenmo fan esunyade every say campuses ahodo no salon bi eni ho no mo no akwase okwakoye niti eho no nya ono maame na eti ho no mo weduja style aye wuti ama eho no okwakosua de enye life bo enti wo se pa se ye bebo yeti ewo nto asosuku wa wodo mu de bi wo no de wo si wo kuramu twetwe ekura ekokotako waye na koma de wo so wono pa de etiri wi twitwa no etitiru ede mamma ya no ewo su nto asosuku ha wodo mu de ene de bekoso wa aye o de sansem we na tudwa wa bra Mauli Senior High School one mo edi one mo 75th anniversary and wo kasem we no mo nyina ebeboa ema adesua akonka efrisa wokura no oba wutiri wi fu babre na wontumi nnum emu ayefi odwen kura nsiso ye wutiri wi no wo dware mu kama siesie mu kama na fe no usua de akono yo efua na wayiso ene ya school no wontra ho afebo wo bewie uwie na afe wesi wura babom na afe wabo pray man yentie de ono so nsem a wode ti dwa
social media about haircuts and size and length of hair in secondary schools. We will not tolerate it today, we will not tolerate it tomorrow, and so long as we are molding character. If we give in to hair today, tomorrow it will be shoes, and the next day it will be the way they dress. Therefore, as part of our disciplinary measures, headmasters and GES, you are accordingly empowered to take full control of how students behave on your campuses. So anybody who thinks that your child will walk into any institution of learning as if that child, forgive my words, was to attend a beauty contest, the school environment is not for that purpose and not cut for that purpose, and we would not tolerate that as an institution.
Wora Haruna Idrisu onimyamfo wono ene yesuafo a wohwe Ghana ye nwomasua ye nwomasua ensem so na meka wo say ye dem live wo Facebook KBN TV Ghana ko ho share na ofro so share na share it is carrying drop a comment na ye kan kama enfama Priscilla J as we are live wo osu Priscilla ye da se pa ye se modini ye kan Priscilla ye mo ye kan Priscilla Sarah so na KBN ye catch us say ye event coordinators papa so we are fro we ye outdooring birthday bibi bia efa dwumade ho broni kan event bia Beba seminars, interviews, TV coverage, advertisement. Chese bibia music videos utwa nwom na opese ye betwa ma wo ye wakade emfidie wa hanom a chese ye betwa to ma yopo yambrante ya no so de wo munim adwuma no mo danso wo meye bibia kama e de ama e kon live streaming so a wa hwe ye platforms so a e di dance e de ma so ye bibia e ye kroje freye e wo 0256 071 414 0256 071 414 and I say 0256 071 415 0256 071 415 yeah sign wo ho so be rent ye wo dwumade bia no be fa ye eni nkomo ye bo so de eda fom kuchu enka se ye kan se ene obi ta chire ka ene wo kwa sika ye beje wo da bi enya aka yese enya ye bia we de afia mia na mtire dwam na me ka chire wo ye bo no eda fom boko bra na eni besi edi ensa wo so na emeni embedi kasebom na bibia ebe kono kama edi ama sara so na me kan for a vida clean at the amount. And when ye nipa bia wo ho no mo a de huni yo na bofo no kura sane be hewa wo say yes ababa wa branche wodi no huni aya na ye say abofo no wo mpa huni de wa hu na wa bompa ya ba na rade me bisade yo ma wa bisade no de aba wo na wo besi wa bofo ne besi dem ho no onya hwene no de ahome onya ba bi kura ma ne ho han no enhyira mfa Inti sanu asan de busade no ko empampan enka bone a ejina dem ho kora ne baabi awo no kora no enye nti e ba ne sa wabusade no asan de ko na cha na eche enu na make am for vida clean e de e ma wo anti ye se wutwitwi se wo pepa o hohoro o ye de o schools ahodo ye che se hospitals restaurants chop bars baabi efiefiem fa pepa na fatwi se ye taso kura ene kura na bete so yira yo ye wooden structure be ye na kama bibia be ye kama enu ane se wo hia kakra bi fa kakra bi so nsuom fa omobo afa fa obrase afa fa twitwi na fa pepa twitwi na fa pepa sara so ye hekuro papa o accident fo nyina yusu de kwakwale bura kwahwe nanu de ya no mo yes na nsenya mitia me na echi kakra yi ebi shoto ye na da achi na ya ba na ebi ni ho na wan munya botre ya ba ebi aba accident fo nyina yusu ye hekuro papa de ohia ne asawa fa kakra afefa bubom fa yeso na nsa ekopem na wotwe ekuro ne be hye dwrebe kura kuro twa kura ewo hu o pedido shop wa frɛ 020 8199503 and that's 0242 756 473 yenja we so na yenja abua phone krato na ye ba ye beto aso
Kharis Radio Yang ara ya sasini e ya bodende na bia na no brey e de omumoje twa so peto ho ma yen ne senti wo se ya so ye bo ho ban ne esiesie ne jato o mentirima enti be ye wa famudie na me so ma ye ma famudie de ye suku hu nsem de ya pomode ho nsem sikasem ne ye ma nchekere ho nsem nyina aha ane ye ka no Kharis Radio anopa bosuo dwumadie e de ba be somwo adwoada de kosi fiada se Ghana be ye ya ne na me no wie no so na se ye po bi o wa kokuduro onsinso man se na wa hiram onsuro akon no ka no kore a e wo so mfofifi ankoma e ba fo da chi ma fe gudie omo no motena se wo ti ame fita no pa no sia de kosi no su wo be dwam na fo ma pese anopa bosuo the number one ya chipe bia Ohene ba Kofi Abrante nie Kharis FM nie so we video to Kharis FM adwoada de koti fiada abrabo ewia no miensa de kosi no nsia mmerem ne yefa kwa so bra wo amesom wo nwom pa nkomo pa esampa ne de fata se wote ere na Kofi metrase na fo emedi asom wo ekwa so bra wo ekwa so bra ya boso amarate the number one ya chipe pia.
Yes, Simon Akwaba Ahaya Kharis Broadcast Network, KB and Papa. Would Kharis Radio, a rapper to break us a boy, a boabuano. I and also was a move for a yima metanase na mede esomo. Yet one sam so a young copium a war courtway. A former Deputy Attorney General Joseph Dindiok Kempa Akasa Sam SSA. You can be better calm respect for the judicial process or say judicial want to ye emremu nsemono bibi wo na akwasemi wo na akwakopie emremu a ye nto ye boase ni ye hwehwemu yie titru ni sa judge ya to kono case ya na we so de ha na we ya so de ha or say eba no sa emwa if we say judicial process no wo se ne yesi ye no emremu nsensem no wo se ne yesi ye no ye konete ye fa baby utum say ye process boni be kan say process I say ni this one yes how fiti ya na we wuri say santan ni wo se baby or say bibi bia efa ya mra nsem no ye ma ehonte afezu so ye kasa ho obia osori a ye kan bibi political debate and as a public debate efa judicial system honom ayana mo makasa ne honte ebu oro ma osori a ene Ghana de ye judicial system asai ene Ghana de amna for mrenim for wonim de omo ye o say yesa entwa ye say eno kan
present it to the court, let the court determine the authenticity. Remember one thing that is going to happen. Look, their legal team will also raise certain issues. Don't think that you just go and then say these things and then you go home and sleep and they'll become factual. The legal teams will say some things. Look, something, as I indicated, at the end, you recall that I sat here. If you recall, myself and you, and I made a certain statement a year ago or two when some people were convicted. If you recall, I said that it was a warning to those who were occupying the offices. I said it here. And that everybody you have to act with decorum and ensure that at all times you act with fairness. I want even my own government officials that they should be careful, and I still stand by that. But I'm saying that procedural fairness, I just want us to be very careful. Look, something, have you monitored social media after the press conference? The names that people have called Anan, he was indeed, he may have had properties that Attorney General is pursuing him to account. Yes, I don't have any problem. But before he went into, Buffer Stock as CEO in 2017, he was quite successful. Even before he went there, he was quite successful. Hanan.
Okay.
Quite successful. I knew him to have very, very, very big properties in Tamale. 2017. So people shouldn't think that everything that he's gotten is as a result of his stay at the place. Some he may have been as a result of his being a chief executive, which will be proven by the state. But he wasn't a pauper at the time. That's what the context we should put it. You see, Samson, me, as I said, you mentioned all these amounts. I've never heard, not seen, no. Some of them I haven't heard before.
Kharis Radio.
I sit at my small corner and do all the sweat every day. But my fear is how accused persons will be treated by the public before they are convicted. And when you are convicted, we go after your asset. At that particular stage, you have no right to even look. Do you know that? Are you aware? AGDP said this, but are you aware that some of the assets he has listed, people are contesting the ownership in court? Are you aware? I didn't have high court of those some of the properties.
No. Former Deputy Attorney General Joseph Dindiok Kempa. And I walk can bro for honor say, are you aware? Net say, emlenim for no. Ahana brebe may acquaint the Cassini nurse and answer never sorry sonum. Yara in somewhat a demo akutni ebi. Yakopie mo ewo MPP akache eye owura eye Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu BAWUMIA no oprese obeye frankatuni ade ama MPP ama yoko na ode akwakogina okono ewo 2028 abato no akasa se wono de wonimu se 90% pa de wobenya okasa semwe ya na wabra wobontoa ewo TANO North ewo eye ahafu region Sahara so ewo MPP akache hwa Kennedy akompra ko Japan wo so no de wu bia nya ne hu nti ayampia bia moto bre no ono na ehye ne den kra enka ne coat na aka ne square sara nso so ne ekopie mu ewo emrase bedwafie eye dom kuma so ekyere se Ghana mampani ene na pamfo wono mo adwumadie titiri ye ka na flagship